All right, and we're back. It's Mitch.
And Sean.
Okay, that was a little weird, but we'll roll with it. So anyways, I don't know why I introduced...
That's weird. Keep going, keep going.
Let's keep rolling.
What are we showing
today
them?
we're showing them the Nether Fortress that destroyed Ashblood, as well as another Nether Fortress, and I didn't preset the teleport this time, so we're going to have to go there from Kirkwall, actually.
Okay.
Because I totally forgot to do that. First take this I did, but it turned out really, really bad, guys. It was all choppy and the sounds weren't working, so...
And I said a few things that probably shouldn't have said, so...
No, that was the other video. I think you're okay with the last one.
Oh, really? Okay, perfect.
Yeah, so, But, we don't try and retake this a bunch of times until it's absolutely perfect. That's not our style. But, when the sound quality and you can't hear us, that doesn't work. So this is another town that is destroyed, by the way. I didn't even name this because I built it after I built another fortress. But what I mean by Nether Fortress is these.
Interesting, though, he built that whole town and then blew it up.
Right, this was actually a whole village, and there were full farms here. There was like 2 of them, and I blew them up.
Not cool.
Terrible. But anywhere in the original world, what happens when I found floating islands, it didn't make sense to me, and so I said, I want to find a way to support these floating islands. So I built these little nether reactors under them and turned them into nether fortresses. And there's a witch tower here.
That's an awful thing to say about women.
What? Where do women come into this? Okay, moving on.
Okay.
There's a front gate here. That was a terrible thing to say, Mitch. So I'm going to be honest. It's locked from the inside, but there's a front gate here, and this one has a staircase that leads up into the actual fortress itself. This particular fortress is special because it has this knockdown island with a broken building here, and the burnt out, what do you call them? Reactors, I guess I'd call them, or something like that. This one's kind of a fallen down part of that wall there. But mostly these are just kind of, forces of evil. Oh, and for the command window turning red in the bottom left, that's from Kingdom Keys. Whenever you're near a Minecraft enemy mob, it does that. But this is what the inside of most of these buildings look like, or something, similar to this. I'm having vocal trouble, I guess. I don't really know. Like, hiccups?
Justin Bieber had vocal trouble.
Bieber? Gosh, that dude hasn't been a thing in, like, years. Has been much? Sorry. For any of you who, like... Gosh, I hope... Do you think any of the people who would watch this are Bieber fans?
Nah.
Anyways, but I'm just showing you guys the interior of the fortress before we move on and do something else. And
well, let's go to the next one, because the next one, this is kind of a base to show them how cool the next one is.
Right, this is just a standard one, and there's like 4 or 5 of those throughout the world. I don't remember exactly how many I built. There's at least one more that you'll see when we go to see New Sephiroth and Lake Town. But that's going to be a couple episodes out, probably. I don't know exactly when we'll do that. I want to finish the interior of Atella first.
Yeah, definitely.
One thing, we're going to see another Atella village. By the way, when you guys look at the Minecraft houses here, you'll notice they look like regular Minecraft houses. Oh my gosh, you and that freaking grain silo every time. No, but Mitchell, and you pointing it out. But no, we're going to move on. So we're going to Gloucester in order to get to the other nether fortress, because obviously my good guys portals wouldn't... I know it does that, and I keep doing it. Good guys wouldn't have portals to the bad guy fortresses, because that doesn't make sense. You can see the architecture of the houses here is slightly different, actually. I took the tops off of some. So all the southern villages with the yellow and blue and white thematic are like this. Their top of their town hall is slightly different. This is actually the mushroom growing village, and has horses here. So now we don't even have to show this when we go to do the village tours later on. Oh, spiked roof on the blacksmith there. Moving on, we're going to go find another fortress. I actually lost my way back to Gloucester last time, so if I can't find it on my way back, then we'll just probably end the video after the fortress. It's to the northeast, though. Remember that. Okay. So here's the fortress. This is actually Shade's main nether fortress. Story-wise, this was all a big floating island over, or a series of floating islands over a forest, and then we knocked it out of the sky and destroyed it. You can see this is like a kind of another witch tower here that's much bigger than the other one. And some of the stuff's kind of still functional. I mean, like you've got this enchantment room here, and you can see that there's like broken pathways into the water.
Do the cannons still work?
Yeah, actually, these cannons do work. But I was going to explore those last.
Okay,
but you can see, like, I actually did build second floors here and then blew them up again. The reason for that is because I wanted it to look like we had destroyed it and bombed it out. And I know you can't actually blow up these with TNT, so I had to do that by hand. But because those are obsidian, Mitch.
Right.
Obsidian doesn't blow up.
I heard
Unless,
that
of course,
one.
you have, like, you know, mods installed that have special TNT. But this is like a prison and, I guess, nether wart growing facility for this particular fortress. I think that I locked myself out of this building, so I'm actually going to enter through the top. Let's see if I can get in. Ooh, cool, first try. Sometimes the floor is thicker, so I can't tell. And, yeah, these TNT cannons do work. I just got to find one that, you know, so we can see it. I'm going to take some of that and some of that. And then I guess we'll launch off one of the TNT cannons. Wait, I want to make sure that I'm not going to blow up something important. Yeah, let's not do that one, because that one might damage something. Part of the island or the structure of it. Let's go find one that points out over the water, if we can.
That one looks good.
Yeah, okay, we'll roll with it. So, you know, if you guys don't know how TNT cannons work, there's plenty of videos on that, or I can show you one at some point, maybe. But, boom.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool, and there's actually fire charge launching things out here, too. I just didn't, I'm not going to show those, because they just are literally dispensers with fire charges in them. I mean, there's absolutely nothing exciting about that, and I'd probably end up lighting the swamp on fire. You know, all that methane in swamps. We're moving on. So the downstairs of this is just like, you know, a lot of the other fortresses. You know, you've got a little crafting room in here. You've got nether portals behind here that are actually active as opposed to closed off like in the others. There should be like a 4G type area over here with lots of furnaces. Maybe a library? There is a library. Wow. Big. And this is the stairway. Oh, except there is this way down here. This is kind of a prison, I guess. It's really close quarters in here. I don't know why I keep doing that with my prisons. But this one's a lot bigger. This is actually where King Ance of... That's A-N-C-E. Or A-N-S-E, I forget. Ans. Anyways, King Ans of Ashenseth, I think is the name of the nation. I'm trying to remember all this stuff off the top of my head. I have a list somewhere of the story I wrote. But the point is he was actually kidnapped by them when they destroyed his capital. And, yeah, he was kidnapped, and his son ended up taking over his kingdom until he was rescued. But that's not the point. Point is I think that we've seen both nether fortresses. You know, we've got a couple more minutes left. Maybe I should show the other southern towns, you think? They're not really unique as far as, except for... I like this, like, overhang on the houses here. So, yeah, I can actually show the other two southern towns, because, you know, they're really just... All that you see is like the different unique structures in them. There's only one per town, so maybe we'll do all the rest of the towns in the next episode. But you can see like I added this top part to these houses here, and again, this one's like shaped a little bit differently than some of the others. But there's actually a chicken. This is a chicken killer, I think, actually. You lure them into the inside and then drown them.
Let's lure one.
I don't think I have seeds on me. Let me see if I can find some real quick. You do the same things with the rabbits on the other side. I'm just not going to. But yeah, so you lure a chicken in. Oops, come on, inside, inside. There you go. Okay, not too many of you. And then, if I do this right, I hit a switch somewhere. Where's the switch? Where is the switch? There it is. Oops. And that should drown them, and then you collect the resources. Except for I have the door backwards right now. That's how that works, though. And, except it didn't work this time. Goodbye. There was one that escaped. I don't know where it went. Oh, and then this is actually a chicken coop here, and the chickens are set up over pressure not pressure plates, but half slabs and hoppers to collect eggs. So, yeah, this is just kind of the chicken and rabbits village. I actually built this village from the ground up. It didn't exist at all, so this is completely built from the ground up. The walls here are a little bit different than my other one, which was, you know, as you know, it was brick instead of mossy cobblestone like this.
Yep.
And the town's called Reuben's Folly because it's literally out in the middle of nowhere. And we'll use the mine shafts to get to the next village because we got, like, you know, a minute or two. I try to keep my videos not too long, guys, because I know that kind of gets boring after a while. That's Gloucester. We just came from there. Oh, so these are different flags, the three. You can see there's Gloucester, there's Reuben's Folly, and there is Aylesbury, which is where we're going now. And that's actually not too far. It's actually closer to the capital than it is to this, but I consider it one of the southern villages. And then there's also like 4 villages to the north, which we'll go to next time. We could just do all 4 of them in one swoop, I think. Mitch, you think?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay, and that'll finish off the main sections of Atella, and I guess what used to be Eplos before it was Abyssar during the dark days.
The dark days.
Mitchell actually, I don't think Mitchell has any idea what I'm talking about because I've never showed him the actual like history that I built for this. Maybe I should do that at some point.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Okay, yeah. So maybe I'll post that somewhere too if I ever get it done. I never get anything done. I always get half finished with projects. Wow, that's a long way up. Right. So this is the last one, and this is Aylesbury, and again, it's not very unique. There's a sheep thing, and you can actually push them in there to kill them and collect the resources at the bottom. For that, and then there's also wool farms over here. You've got a couple rainbow sheep in here. You've got all the different regular colored sheep. And there's one more thing we got to show from this town before we get going. And the reason is because it is literally a stone's throw away. Like literally you could stand here and probably launch a stone or something. This is another one of those floating island nether fortresses. And it's actually different from the other one. You can see like this is on stilts here now to get to that level. But yeah, this is actually just in the same series of structures, although they're different, obviously, interior-wise and shape-wise. But more of that, you know. That is a ravine that goes under a river. Cool. Anyway, so we're going to get going here, guys, and we'll see you next time. Please like
and subscribe.
And we'll see ya.
Thanks for watching.
Take care.